Hello. I want to hop in here today, and sorry I'm with my glasses, but it's very sunny and I really want to be in my balcony because it's so warm and so nice. Finally the spring, and it changes everything. And I want to talk about the depth of my work, but also the depth of you and the depth of becoming powerful embodied leader, becoming the one of your life, who leads your life, who claims the life, demands the life you want, and who becomes the boss all areas of your life. Because my work is never about the business. It's so holistic and so energetic. So what I mean by that, because I don't mean the boss in an old-fashioned way, the boss that has a lot of attachment of, be tough, be strong, do more. I'm talking about the balanced, soft power way. Because when you see soft and power, these are two kind of a bit opposite energies that comes together. And that's exactly what for me is at the core of it all. I want you to take radical responsibility to step into your balanced self-leadership, where your intuition is full on, where your senses are full on. You're not numbed, you're not out of the body, you're not halfway in the body. And at the same time, you have damn strong boundaries. You don't leakage your power. Because most compassionate people in the world who build thriving anything have the most aligned and boundaries doesn't sound good. Most strong boundaries. Because when you have strong boundaries, when you have discernment, you don't have to protect your softness, you don't have to protect your flow. You don't have to protect your truth. You're in your truth. You're in your flow. You're in your softness. You're in your open heart. You're safe. So you have empathy, you have care, you have connection with the heart, you have open heart, but also you have discernment. You're not skipping, or you're not diminishing yourself, or minimizing or dropping yourself in the victimhood because it's easier to hold, because it's more comfortable, because you're afraid to be in your power. You're afraid to step into your power, because sometimes to be in your power is uncomfortable, especially when we don't practice that. And I notice a lot of people are afraid even to claim or to be in their power. Especially my more expensive containers, I notice when people come to closer to that, like the price even becomes initiation, because they don't see the value for themselves, that they don't allow that value of being powerful for themselves. Like they're afraid to say yes to that. Not even about the price, it's just that energetic. So for me, this is so important, because when we think about building the business, when we think about building business in these times, we think about, I have to build the website, I have to go on social media, I have, to share about my work, I need to work to figure out how funnels work, or, I make my offers, and it's like tactics. But what people don't realize, and that's why I say so much, it's not strategy, it's your capacity. In these times, in 2025, your biggest strategy is your personal branding. And personal branding, I don't mean the colors of your website. The personal branding, I mean who you are, what you stand for, where your boundaries are, what are your trademarks, like for example, sayings, or the way you do things, or the way you approach, like your authentic way of showing up in the world, and who you are and how you are. People buy from people. Imagine if there are like 20 graphic designers, which one you choose? 20 what is this, bookkeepers, which one you choose? Coaches, which one you choose? It's a lot, and you know that in the bottom of your heart, because you hear it's a lot about relationships, it's a lot about trust. How can other people build trust with you if you don't have trust with yourself? If victimhood, if unworthiness, all kind of these energetics running your show. So you can have the most aligned, perfect tools and strategies, you can have the best offers, you can have the most brilliant website, you can show up on the social media, but if your energetic core state is victimhood or fear failure, for example, nothing will stand, and you're just wasting your time, wasting the money, and re-traumatizing yourself in a way. So that's, for me, energetics and capacity is everything. Because you may have very beautiful relational capacity, for example, but if you don't have boundaries, you're depleting yourself. You're just giving. You're just being nice person. But you're not being discernment. You're not being the boss. You're not being entrepreneur. You're not building successful business, a sustainable business. Being nice person is not a profession. I used to say that always. I'll explain that other time what I mean, but you can be kind, you can be empathic, but also you have to have that balance of masculine and feminine. If you have, for example, you know yourself, but you're not really building business structure around who you are, around your energetics, around your way of being, what you value, your lifestyle, you will never feel fulfilled. You will never feel that you succeeded, even if you succeeded, because it feels off. You're not including yourself. The art of include yourself and include your client, so it's for you and it's for the client, it's for all of us, and in a balanced way. It's the art. It's the work of capacity of healthy relating, healthy relationship capacity. And that may take time of experimenting, because what we often do, we take the strategies that other people tell and they work for them, but it may not work for you, and for many million reasons. So for example, it's just not your style, not your thing. You know, like sometimes you go in a supermarket and you just, oh, I saw the most perfect shoes that I dreamt of, and it's so, I desired it, and you just put it on and you just feel it's perfect, but it's just not yours. It just doesn't feel right. Same with business, same way of building business. What worked with others doesn't mean it will work for you. It can be that it doesn't work for you because you don't have nervous system capacity, safety to anchor that. So it stays in a mental level, but it doesn't embody through all your senses. And for that, you need to work on your capacity to receive, handle, and hold more. If you, for example, have money, but if you don't have boundaries, money starts to leak very quickly. You have to take a radical responsibility first. Radical responsibility of building yourself, building your foundations, building your capacity. Because if you don't do that, it's like building the house starting with the windows. The foundations are not there. So you may have possibilities, you may have clients, you may have money, you may have opportunities, but it just doesn't stay. Because foundations are not there, capacity is not there. Our businesses very much dependent of who we are and how we are. And our personal well-being, our personal success, and our personal meaning, and also building something that you can be in love for years to come, takes the work of self-leadership and building the capacity-based growth. It's very, very deep, and most of the time it's energetics. If something doesn't work in your life now and you say, yeah, it's about niche, or yeah, it's about, I don't know, my messaging and da. Yes, but often what I learn, these are more fine-tunements. It's the windows, it's not the house, not the frame, not the foundation. Energetics is the foundation. And that's why all my work is based around that. Based on your embodiment and energetics of it. If you shrink and hide your voice, how people who really need to hear you can hear you? If you dim your light, how people can see you? And if you do that, and again, I'm talking all from the experience, and if you do that, it means you forgot your power, and you forgot that those people can just leave. They can just not listen to it. So if you want to be sensitive, rebellious, and thriving, which is my motto, I love it. I love it because it encompasses so much and the essence of it. You have to work on all these parts. Embracing sensitivity, and that's a lot to do with nervous system, learning to hold yourself, learning to hold your sensitivity, learning to understand how your body communicates to you, so you're not fleeing out your body or being hardly in the body or hardening your heart. And if you feel like that is your leakage or that's your vulnerability now, the best thing to join is Temple Path, because it's amazingly rich container to build around a lot about nervous system. There's full-on nervous system course, like to understand that language, to understand, to start to feel and be aware how actually your body communicates to you, how your intuition communicates to you, how to handle yourself, how not to betray and abandon yourself. A lot about unworthiness that drops because you realize it's nothing wrong with you, it's just your body trying to protect you. That's a massive, massive help, and I think this is, for me, the core foundations, because if you don't know the language of nervous system or that don't have that awareness, you will not be able even to deepen in other capacities, because your nervous system will be so much in survival and so much narrow kind of vision tunnel, so you cannot even access other information or creativity or power. So if you're there, I would recommend to start there. If you feel you kind of ready to go out in the world, you're ready to step up, you're ready to step into that powerful embodied CEO, and you do understand that your business is the outcome of your personal development, is the outcome of person you become, I would recommend to join Capacity Path or 8 Capacities. Capacity Path immersion is 3 months intensive, where we go through all your capacity leakages and also building the strong capacity, so you can not only anchor deeply in your roots, see where your blind spots are, so you don't waste time and money and energy in traumatizing yourself doing things that actually not a problem. And this is where you get really powerful reflection through 3 months where your blind spots are, because this is my superpower. Actually, this is where I really know how to put finger where you need to, so you don't get distracted, you don't get detoured and lose time. 8 capacities is very, very powerful course that I just built now based on all the courses that I did around capacity-based growth before. It's very, very powerful self-paced, self-study course where you go deeper into all those capacities that they are. You have the capacity audit and you already get like aha moments a lot to realize, oh, this is my leakage, this is my leakage, this is my leakage. Oh, that's what it means. And at the moment, I have it for 650 euro. And it will be till 19, so you have a few more days to hop in. And the price is so low because I'm planning to build it more. I'm planning to record it, new content, new deepenings, new lessons of each capacity. So it lands very profoundly to you. So it will move later the price to 1,000 and then 1,500. So if you want to join now, I think it's amazing time and opportunity, and then you will get the benefits what I'm building further. Capacity Path Immersion extensive version is 3,333 full amount. If you pay full, you get a coaching session with me as well, 90 minutes for free. There are payment plans. And this is where we start 19th of March, so in a few days. If you want to join, please reach out to me and we have a conversation if it's the right thing for you, because I really want that you land into the right place and right container for you, that you make informed and empowered decision. I will answer all your questions. And I also will tell if it's right or not, because it's actually very activating. Each of my containers that you join, they're very activating. Things will start to accelerate. It's just not only information. It's really goes deeper. And the last version, the last thing that you can join, which will start later in the year, is the program Rise. It's the most exclusive, most intensive, and most supportive one that goes all about self-leadership. This is where we go very, very deep, anchoring into your power, into your leadership, into your rise. And then everything you build from there, from that empowered place. I can't tell you enough how profound that is. And there are, every month we go in different theme of your power. It's such an impactful topic, and I think this is a lot to do with why we are struggling. A lot of us are struggling into this. We forgot that we are powerful. We very distracted for circumstantial power over us. We are very distracted. We are very much functioning in unworthiness and powerlessness. It's time not to be a girl and a boy in the business. It's time to be an adult and take the adult responsibility to build what you're here to build. I want to build your inner strength, your roots and your power so strong. Well, you do that. I want to support you in that. That you are not distracted by little things anymore, or that someone says something 2 years ago and you close your heart and you cannot come back and build. It's time to build. We don't have time to waste. We have to show up powerfully, and we have to learn how to lead powerfully ourselves. How can you lead others? How can you lead your clients? How can clients trust you if you don't trust yourself, if you don't know how to lead yourself? Because if it's energetics, it's just energetics. So I'm very powered up, as you see. A lot is going on in my life, and I'm so damn proud of myself, how I'm holding and how I'm leading my life and crafting my life in a new season. Story for another time. But I just wanted to invite you. I'm going places this year. If you want to join me, this is the time. Again, I will be here join me when you're ready. But with some programs, especially if you want live element, it's not a, you know, I have limited time. You cannot join me at all the time. So I want to reflect for you why you're not saying yes to yourself, and is your fear or your desire bigger? You have to take the first steps towards the universe. Say, hey, I'm serious here, and let the universe meet you halfway. You have to claim your desires. You have to take risks. You have to say yes to what you want. Because if you don't do, like, how universe can read you as well. I heard the saying the other day, entrepreneurs are the people who jump from the cliff and build a plane on the way they're falling. And that's, for me, building yourself or building capacity, and from there building everything else, building that plane. Because if you fall from the cliff and you're paralyzed and you're in victimhood and you're fear, how are you going to build a plane? So you have to learn to manage yourself, to hold yourself, to demand and claim, be in control of life and your power and the trust to be able to land successfully, to be able to be thriving. And the rebellious part, sensitive, rebellious, and thriving, rebellious part is part of claiming your power, claiming your voice, claiming your authenticity, and claiming your provoker, your fighter, what you stand here in the world, and being different, understanding, knowing yourself, how you are different, and doing things differently. That's why I don't work with tactics. I don't work with business strategies. I'm working with you connecting so deeply with yourself that you know that what tactics and what strategies you need. You know how to focus and hold yourself long term. So small day-to-day things and short-term situational circumstances doesn't kick you out of your center. I'm here for the long term. I'm here for building yourself and building from there, building everything around you, claiming your space and then everything around you. It's trust that you will be successful. And showing up until you are. So that's what I shared today. If you are interested to work that journey with me, reach out to me. I love to have personal conversations because I have few conversations and I really want to make sure you end up in the right place, the right time, and spend money correctly. And I will feel where you are and what's needed the most, because I want you to be successful and I want you to be on the path, taking the right next step instead of being distracted or not aligned and then disappointed. So much love to you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. And I'm looking forward to start this amazing journey in this year. It feels like for me, it's new year just started now. Because new season just started for me now. So, big kisses, much love, and talk to you soon.